Autoline Daily is brought to you by Siemens PLM Software, transforming the process of innovation.
Here are today's top headlines. The big three are in Washington lining up a bigger bailout. Asian automakers take the lead in lithium-ion batteries, and a ceramic coating could make your windshield quieter. Up next, we'll be back with the news behind the headlines. This is Autoline Daily for Thursday, November 6, 2008, and now the news. The Center for Automotive Research published a study yesterday which says that if GM, Ford, and Chrysler were to go out of business, it would eliminate nearly 3 million jobs from the American economy. Carr says the U.S. government would lose $60 billion in the first year alone and $156 billion within 3 years. And it recommends that Washington seriously consider helping the automakers survive. And that's why later today, the CEOs of the Detroit Three and the head of the UAW will meet with House Speaker Nancy Pelosi as the U.S. government puts together a second $25 billion package to bail out the auto industry. The Wall Street Journal reports this would be an open line of credit to help them get through the economic downturn. Ford and GM report third quarter earnings tomorrow, and the numbers will probably be bad enough to set your hair on fire. GM also says it will have a major announcement. Could this be the merger with Chrysler or changes in top management? Stay tuned. Automakers are racing to get plug-in hybrids out on the road, and according to one study, it looks like the Asian automakers are in the lead. A company called CLSA Asia Pacific Markets says that Japanese, Korean, and Chinese companies are leading in the research, development, and production of lithium-ion batteries. Even so, Honda is skeptical that Li-ion batteries are ready for mass production, and it is opposed to plug-ins. And while fuel economy is getting so much attention, Hyundai says that demand for V8 engines in its Genesis sedan are higher than expected. According to Wards, Hyundai thought V8s would be about 20% of the mix, but so far, orders are twice that. The V8 Genesis is a $43,000 vehicle, and whoever thought people would pay that much for a Hyundai? In Europe, researchers at Inmar, which is the Intelligent Materials for Active Noise Reduction group, are working on a way of making cars quieter by applying piezoelectric ceramics to windshields. The technology works by reducing the amount of windshield vibration, which cuts the amount of noise that it transmits. It's the same principle as noise-canceling headphones. When sound waves hit a ceramic-coated windshield, they reflect the waves back at the same frequency, which cancels out the noise. And in our quest to bring you automotive news from every corner of the planet, Ukrainian automaker ZAZ is extending production of its 1103 SLAVUTA sedan. Ward says the car was introduced in 1999 and starts at about 4,700 euros, which is roughly $6,100. Coming up in our feature story, a look at a new concept vehicle from French automaker Citroen. We'll be back right after this.
Siemens, transforming the process of innovation.
Recently, Citroen unveiled a new concept vehicle. It's a four-door crossover that emphasizes luxury, design, and environmental friendliness. Called the HYPNOS, it features a hybrid powertrain with a 200-horsepower diesel engine and a number of fuel-saving technologies, such as a body with a low coefficient of drag and a start-stop feature for the engine. It even has a special electric-only mode. On battery power, the HYPNOS can travel up to 3 kilometers at average speeds. All of these features contribute to its low fuel consumption of only 4.5 liters per 100 kilometers, which is roughly, in U.S. measurement, 52 miles to the gallon. On top of that, it only emits 120 grams of CO2 per kilometer. But environmental friendliness doesn't mean you have to sacrifice luxury. The HYPNOS features a colorful interior with massaging seats and gauges that look like crystals. There's no word yet if this stylish crossover will ever be built, but some of its design elements will probably find their way onto future Citroens. And that's it for today's top news in the global auto industry. But don't forget, you can get podcasts, transcripts, and a whole lot more at our website, AutolineDaily.tv. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.
Visit our website for even more great content all week long. Autoline Extra, Dawn's Journal, podcasts, and even more. So click over and get the inside view at AutolineDetroit.tv.